in shape and stay strong so that it's not like a strength thing. It's just, sometimes they're just too big to do by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One other thing, Jackie Gonzalez commented in the chat room here. She was just talking about pregnancy. She said she has a 9-month-old right now. During football, it was difficult with games being late, but my coaches understood that after I was done taping and they were all warming up, I would disappear for a few minutes to change and take care of whatever I needed to do. Most of my coaches here all have young babies and see what their wives need to do, and made it easier for me. So, like you said, communicating with the coaches, setting the standard beforehand. She obviously just went through this, and so she understands what it's like to have a big old belly on the football field. So
yeah, nice. Yeah, I was just I don't know, just kind of trying to envision this whole thing if I was to be pregnant during the football season. I was just like, it's not a really good look for me if I've got a big belly running out on the field during a timeout. I don't really want to picture that of myself. But if it happens, it happens. Somebody said that. So, I mean, life happens. And so I'm sure whatever happens, we'll make it work.
All right, very cool. Any other final issues? I still have the top 10 list that Kate made, and so I can read through those, and we can go through those and respond, or I can just read through them. Any other thoughts, anything else you want to throw out there about issues you guys face? Because obviously I don't.
I think we covered a lot today.
Yeah, I think we hit on a vast amount of the big stuff.
All right, so I'm going to go through this list. If there's something you want to add in or comment on, feel free. So from, again, Kate from Female AT Probs on Twitter, top 10 reasons it's so tough being a female athletic trainer. Number 10, apparently Spice Girls music is not appropriate pregame music.
Well, I don't know necessarily if it's Spice Girls that we're going at, but, I don't think necessarily as many females are big fans of the hard crunk rap, heavy metal stuff, but it's their game. They're getting ready. I prefer some country, but...
All right, so wearing makeup means we're trying to impress someone. And then number 8 is wearing makeup. Not wearing makeup means either we're sick or very tired, even if it's neither.
I've had that happen a lot.
Yes, if I come in without mascara, it's, are you sick? Are you okay?
Mhm.
No, I'm fine. I think sometimes you just want to look good. Like, whatever, if you're the type of person that likes to wear makeup and look good, that's just the kind of person that you are, and that's what makes you feel good. And if you're the kind of person that is not necessarily, big on wearing makeup or everything, then that's still what makes you feel good. So as long as you feel good, then you're going to go into work feeling good, and you're going to have a good day. So I don't think it should really matter either way. It's about making yourself, comfortable and feel good and feel happy. I like to wear makeup. It's fun for me, but there are other people that don't like to wear makeup, and that's fun for them, and that's fine too. Either way.
Like Sonia said, she doesn't really wear makeup a whole lot, so.
Right.
All right. She has number 7. Football or wrestling coaches think that we know nothing about football or wrestling. All right. Number 6 reason why it's so hard to be a female athletic trainer is being asked to homecoming, prom, or any other school function is not what we had in mind when we go on date.
Or the Red Lobster.
Well, Red Lobster, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, that's a good date right there.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
All right. I did take my wife to prom when I was a athletic trainer at the other school. It was a nice little date night. You get dressed up, and I had to go anyway.
Kids.
So
It's pretty fun.
yeah.
I've never had an adult, like a teacher or a coach, ask me to go as far as a date. I've had students ask me. Guys have asked me to homecoming and prom several times, but I just laugh and say absolutely not.
Not a chance. All right, so pampering of any kind, manicures, pedicures, etc., is impossible because ripping tape chips fingernail polish and our toes live in gym shoes.
That is, I deal with that in high school. I pre-warn the girls. I'm like, I know homecoming's coming up, girls, but I'll tell you right now, you put those nails on you, and you are going to have a hard time tearing tape. And if you can't tear tape, you can't do your job, and I will ask you to leave. It sounds mean, I know, but students volunteer. They choose to do this, and so that's just one of the things. I'm not telling you can't paint your nails, but they don't need to be 2 inches long.
I like it. I completely agree.
So that's me.
So,
I also noticed, sorry to pipe in, but I noticed that you skipped one, it's extremely difficult finding khakis, which I completely agree with.
Amen. Amen. Can I tell a quick story on that one?
Absolutely.
Okay. When I was at Baylor, this was back, when they used to order all the clothes for everybody all at once. and I'm sure you two are both familiar with this, as far as you get the men's polo shirts and you get the men's pleated khaki pants, and just those pants are not female body friendly. And I remember asking the trainer at Baylor if we could go buy women's khakis, and he was very hesitant on it, just being like, I don't want them tight, I don't want them this, I don't want them that. And this was right about the time that boot cut and flare fit were coming out, so the tapered ankle was just not something that you wanted to wear as, a 19-year-old female on at that time Baylor wasn't on TV that much, but, so we had finally convinced him, and we went out and we found some very, still professional looking khaki pants that didn't have any pleats in the front, that were, kind of straight leg, flare cut. And from that year on, he changed it to where the girls could go buy their own khakis as long as they passed his approval. And they never had to wear tapered ankles ever again.
That's good.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was wondering if this could be like a source of information. I didn't know if we could put our heads together. I was curious where you guys got your khakis.
Are you talking about pants or shorts?
Both.
Because I will do shorts at games sometimes, because it will get so extremely hot down here.
I'm a big believer in the Gap. The Gap has good shorts and pants.
For pants, I've been okay with Cole's, actually.
Yeah.
Me and Cole's have gotten to be pretty good friends. But for shorts, I always find if I buy like a size or two bigger with a belt, they go longer and they're looser, but they still fit comfortably. You know what I mean? So that's me. But pleats should just go away.
Yeah.
Agree with that.
In general, like I'm working the Bayou Bowl this year, and they sent a thing like, we need your sizes for all this stuff, and they said the guy said, I need your sizes for golf shorts. I said, what are golf shorts? And they're like the pleated khakis, and I was just like, no, you can keep them. I don't want them.
I will say, I found some good the Nike golf shorts for women. I like those. So that's usually where I get my khaki shorts.
And Academy. Academy's got some good ones. They're kind of a dry fit material and whatnot. They're a little too long for me, so I have them hemmed up, because they fell like past my knees. But I love the way they fit everywhere else, so I just bought those and took them to a tailor and got them hemmed to the length I wanted. But they looked great and they looked professional, but they were this like dry fit material, and it was just like we're in heaven on my. It was beautiful. Just FYI.
Yeah, as we were going over these yesterday, one of my students, Matthew, the one that was asking questions at the beginning, he's like, it's not hard to find khakis. I was like, yeah, because you're a guy. You're not a girl. That's why this is a female problem.
See, it's really bad for my student trainers, because I will talk to them ahead of time. And as being the female, I will let them know. I'm like, look, we have dress code, and you're going to follow it, and I will approve your khaki shorts. And if I disapprove of them, you will not wear them. Because high school girls all,
short shorts.
They want them tight and short. They want them super tight and super short, and I'll tell them ahead of time, like, I have to approve them. You cannot just show up. And I've had girls that have still shown up, and I've had to tell them that they have to get something to change into, or I'll put them in something. And I've got old khakis that, I've outgrown or whatnot that are in there, and they're like, well, these are too big. I'm like, well, sorry. You should have bought some that fit that weren't too small. So it is hard for girls to find professional, decent fitting looking khakis that aren't too tight, aren't too short, as far as shorts, or just aren't too, even some of the pants are like completely tight through the knee and then big at the bottom all of a sudden. It's just like 1970s bell bottoms.
And then you get the other extreme where there's like the grandma looking kind. You don't really feel like looking like a grandma.
The tapered ankle.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
All right, so Sonia, real quick before I continue with this list, do y'all have female interns? Are y'all the only professional team that does that?
No, there's more and more teams that are taking female interns. I know the Buffalo Bills do, the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to say, the Carolina Panthers, pretty sure the Giants. But yeah, there's a whole number of them that take female interns. And we actually have 4 female interns on staff for our training camp this coming summer. So.
Wow, 4 female interns. Is that awesome. All? Do y'all have 4 interns, so they're all female this year?
No, we have a total of 10 athletic trainers total. That's including us. So there's 7 interns.
Nice. There was 3 of us in a season-long intern when I was with the Texans. That was in their second year. So,
Okay.
but man, nice.
Yep. That's just our training camp numbers. During the season, we have 1 undergrad student from Pitt and 1 undergrad student from Duquesne, and then we just started having a seasonal intern. So
That's really awesome. That is good. Good to hear.
Yeah. All right. So number 3 on her list is being hit on by coaches and parents. I've never had that happen.
I have. Have you done?
Yep.
I was going to say, when I read that, I think it could definitely go both ways, but Jeremy, if you haven't experienced it, maybe I was wrong. I don't know.
You know what I think it is that females are not going to necessarily go up to a male as much and hit on them as much as males are going to come up to a female and hit on them. So, you know, you're going to have more dads or male coaches, you know, actually have the guts to say something to you. I don't think females necessarily have the guts to say something to Jeremy.
I've had students say stuff like to other people or I've overheard, or, you know, say, well, this student thinks you're hot or something like that. That was a long time ago. But I've never had anybody specifically say, hey, what are you doing this weekend, kind of thing. So, of course, my wife always says I was kind of clueless with girls, and so maybe they haven't.
It was probably happening and you didn't realize.
Yeah, probably. So, all right, so this is kind of what we just talked about here. Number 2 on her list was cute, functional work clothes do not exist.
They don't.
I work at 5:30 bright and early every morning. We practice at 6 or 7. And so I'm going to tell you right now, at 5:30, I'm not going to wear makeup. I rarely wear khakis. And I'm out on the soccer field, which is quite dewy at that point. So, yeah, sometimes I bring 2 pairs of clothes. Like I wear mesh shorts and a T-shirt and dry fit into work, get through with my practice, and then I change into something else, or I just stay into that or something. So it's hard sometimes to be functional as an athletic trainer and be out on the field and sweat and all that kind of stuff, and then come back in and look professional as well. It's not a fun job sometimes.
Most of my clothes are technically men's shirts, men's
Yeah, we get men's
athletic
shirts a lot.
pants, men's polos. Most of my clothes that I get that have my school logo are actually men's.
So that they give you. Yeah.
Yes. So,
Baggy.
you know, it's, which I don't mind. I don't really like super tight things, you know, but it is, my work clothes are definitely not cute or attractive, but I'm kind of okay with that in a sense, because I'm not out there necessarily to dress cute or attractive. That's what I do outside of work. At work, I'm there to work. I'm there to be professional. So it's kind of both ways. Like, no, there isn't, but not really what I'm going for
Really
either.
yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think, Sonia?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. In a way, it's good that everything is oversized and baggy, but also you don't look like a slob because your shirt is, your sleeves are halfway down your arms. But yeah, that is, I deal with the same thing because most of the clothing that's issued are men's clothing. So, you know, I wear Nike small through and through.
All right, so then the last thing, I think she tried to put a positive spin, said, as tough as it is to be a female AT, we still get up before the sun and get home after dark because we love what we do.
Mm-hmm. It was the only thing I love about time change is the sun starts to come up when I'm going to work. It's a good thing. But yeah, we do. We work just as harder than most everybody else. We don't see a lot of daylight at home because we work a lot, and I think that says more to character, and it shouldn't be based off of gender. You know, we should be evaluated on our character, not our gender.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sonia, real quick, you mentioned you met with Roger Goodell about the female inequalities. Has anything come of that yet?
Yeah, actually, they voted, I guess it wasn't really a vote, it was just like a mandate that he, I guess I'll backtrack for a second. The NFL Athletic Trainers Group, it's called PFATS, Professional Football Athletic Trainers Society. They had I don't know if you want to call it a grant, but like a lump of money given to PFATS from the NFL that is used to give to minority athletic training interns that help out for training camp or are interns throughout the season. So they, for some reason or another, I'm not sure why, but last year that money was taken away. So there was no minority scholarship money to give to our interns. But after we met with Goodell, we notified him of this. I don't think he was aware at all. he's like, oh, well, as of right now, it's reinstated. And he wanted to give